Good morning. Hi guys. Happy Tuesday. I am just getting everything set up. Let me just give you guys music. Okay, so Facebook has music if you guys want to listen along on Spotify, and I will give you guys music on Instagram too if you guys want to listen along as well. Welcome again to Tuesday Morning Barre with me, Lizzy. I hope you guys are having an awesome morning already. We're going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up. As always, if you have really low hand weights and or water bottles, like between 3 and 5 pounds is all we really need, and then either a rolled up towel or squishy balls, gonna go flying. Either way, just something you can put in between your legs, and then a back of a chair, or again, if you guys have been following me, I always use my Swiffer because it's super easy and it's right here next to me. So just a few things you guys are gonna need. You can listen along with your Spotify links. I'm gonna have the music in my ear, and we'll get started with a nice warm-up. For our warm-up, we don't need any sort of props or anything like that. So just ourselves to get ourselves warmed up and ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna get started with some arm circles forwards. Give yourself a little breath in and out. Got a little bend in the knees. And opposite direction. Good. Now we're going to take ourselves into a little bit of a squat and a pull back, alternating legs. As we pull those legs back, really point up and through your glutes. Just a few right here. Good. Squeezing through those legs. Now, squat, pull up to releve. Squat, pull up. So just on your toes. Good. Come down, pull up on toes. Awesome. Really sitting nice and back in your squat here. Good. Now we're going to come side and up. Side and up. Really open those arms up to that side lunge here, pulling up to your knee. Good. Nice, loose, flowy movements. And pull to your opposite side. Sitting back into that lunge. Good. Just a few here. Good. Stay in your second position. Hands behind head, alternating oblique crunch. Good. Keeping nice and tall in your core and coming straight to the side. Now just your right side. Good. Left side. Good, you can be in your second position still. Knees are bent. Awesome. Here we go with here, pull up. So plie in your second position and pushing through that leg, opposite leg here. Awesome. 3 more. And give yourself an inhale in. And exhale out. Okay, so for our next track, it's our plank and push-up track. I want you guys just, if you have a hand weight, grab a hand weight and put it close to your mat, probably towards the front of your mat. We are going to use it in our side plank series. If you don't have a hand weight, you can just use your arm, not a big deal. Just wanted to let you know that you will, if you have one, put it out so that we can use it. Let me just so I could let you guys know. Let me restart that music. Okay. So we're gonna walk ourselves down into that plank position. Actually, no. Pull my mat back just a little. There we go. Okay. So walking ourselves down to our plank. So we're gonna come for some quick tricep push-ups. These are to a fast tempo. So we're gonna move through them. I want the knees to get a little bit lower. Good. Now, we're gonna come right up into a nice long plank. As you guys sometimes probably noticed, I use a hand weight under one of my wrists just because I have a little bit of a wrist injury. If you have any sort of wrist injury and it hurts, always try to grab something so that you're not putting that pressure on your wrist. So you're gonna take your right leg up and make small little circles in your plank. Opposite leg, just 8 circles here. Good. Good. Now back to those push-ups. Nice quick transition. Nice and long. Good. Now you're going to push yourself back just for a little bit of a rest. And you're going to come back out for circles again, opposite direction. So whatever direction you went first, go your opposite way. Good. Staying nice and long in your plank. Opposite leg. Good. Coming down. Giving yourself just that little bit of a breather. Good. So we're going to do something very similar, but we're going to come to forearms. You should be feeling nice and warm. I'll put that off to the side. Come to your forearm plank. Get my weight out of the way. Put it at the front of your mat. Holding in your forearm plank. Nice and long. Now bend that knee up, coming around for circles. If you need to put the knee down, just as a little bit of a breather, you can. Or you can be full expression. Opposite leg. Even if that knee is down, you can still see you're getting all of the work. Small circles. Good. Hold your plank. Breathing, keeping it nice and long. Okay, good. So we're gonna come to that side plank series that I was talking about. That's why I had your weight here in front of your mat. So you're gonna get yourself set with your side plank. Again, you can be fully extended here, or you can have the knee down, whatever's gonna be most comfortable for you. We're here, coming all the way out and around with our weights. Good. Opposite direction. Staying nice and lifted. Good. Weight is down. Pull yourself to the opposite side. Keep that weight with you. Get yourself lifted in your side plank. Same thing. Circling out. Well, I'll scooch myself down just so I'm in the camera. There we go. Opposite direction. Good. Keep that lung nice and wide. Good. Weight is down. We're going to push back into a little bit of a child's pose here, giving yourself a deep breath in. And exhale out. Good. So we're going to stay seated Grab your weights. We have our bicep tricep track. Ball, if you have one, it's gonna go behind the back, just as a little bit of a support. Hand weights are up. You are pulsing up to the sky. And I'll come this way so you guys can see what my arms are doing. There we go. Good. So we are starting right away here, getting right into the bicep triceps. This is all biceps here. Keeping those elbows lifted. Very small movement, just pulsing it up. Now, open and close. Very slow. Just 4 of these. One more. Now, we're gonna come right to our elbow to our hip, serving that platter up. Good. So your forearms are in line with your thighs here. Pulsing it up. Squeezing. Still feeling it in those biceps. Okay, now, weights are aside. Keep them right next to you. Put the ball in between the legs. If you don't have a ball, not a big deal. We are going to come to the side here for tricep dips. Very small movement coming down. So your elbows are pulling back behind you. Good. Small movements here. It's like there's a string attached to your elbows. Someone's pulling them straight back. Oh, hi, Belle. Hi there. You want to get some, hi, honey. You want to get some tricep dips? Hi, thank you for the kisses. Just puppy kisses to help those tricep dips. Hi, yes, I know you want to play. Okay, now, bums are down. Hi, honey, hi. Arms are back. Just a few more tricep pullbacks here. Keep going. Thank you for visiting, Belle. Squeezing. Good. And back to our quarter from the beginning. Pulling up. Good. Squeezing up, pulsing it all the way up to that ceiling. Very small movements here. Squeezing, making sure you're standing up, pulling up nice and tall in your core. Good. Open, close, nice and slow. Closing it. Open, close, one more. Good. Pulsing it out here, platter service. Elbows are coming to that hip. Forearms are in line with your thighs. Pulling it straight from your waist here. Good, and weights are down. So, we're gonna get rid of the ball for now. Pull that ball to the side. Make sure it's close by though, because you know we're gonna need it soon. So we're gonna stand ourselves up. I wanna make sure that I pause my music so we can start on the first beat here. Your hand weights are gonna be up. We are standing for back and shoulders. We're gonna be standing in a parallel position. I'll back up just so you can see me a little bit. And we're gonna come into wide arm rows just to start. And I wanna make sure that we can start with our music. So I will just restart my own music so we can start on our count here. Okay, so we have your wide arm rows, we have some pullbacks, shoulder overhead presses, and then we have some walking push-ups at the end. So you're here, feet are parallel. Slightly bent knees. So you can see I'm going to be here. Arms are coming up and down. Good. Still thinking about pulling those elbows straight back. Wide arm row here. So instead of coming here, arms close, they're a little bit wider apart. Trying to get into that back there. Good. Now we're going to add up and down. As we pull all the way squeezing up with our back, we're going to come up on releve. So you can see I'll turn to the side. Toes as we squeeze back. Good. Making sure you're really thinking about squeezing all the way through that back. Now alternating feet. Just a little bit of a quicker tempo. Good. Squeezing. Alternating those legs. Keep going. Good. Now, we are going to take arms, elbows up. Pulling those elbows back, alternating right and left, right, left, right, left. Good. Now, just your right side with a leg pulse. Good. So, elbow and leg are pulling and squeezing. Keep that opposite elbow up. Just pull this way a little bit so you can see. Good. Left leg. Don't let that opposite elbow drop. Squeezing, elbows, legs, pulsing back. Good. Keep those elbows up. Good. Now, arms are coming down to the knees here. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch. So arching the back, pulling the spine to the ceiling just a little bit before we go into our next set here. Arms are coming all the way up. Just a little bit of a stretch here. Good. Okay. So arms are going to be right here, pulsing them up. Nice and wide here. Getting into the shoulders. Squeezing. Staying nice and lifted in our core, in our center. Arms are wide. Good. We are going to add a squat and a leg lift. So we have squat, pull up. Good. Squeezing, just a little bit of a side lift here with the leg. Still thinking about your shoulders. Good. Pulsing it up. Good. Keeping those elbows up. Good. Now arms are down. Pull those elbows up. Good. A little break for the shoulders. Now, keep your arms where they are. Opposite leg. Good. Same choreo with the leg, different arms. Pulsing that leg up, up. Pulling those elbows up. Good. Staying lifted in the standing leg. I'm flexing that foot, working that outer thigh. Those shoulders are working. Weights are down. We're going to come down onto our mat. And we have some walking push-ups. So down, up, walk, walk. Down, to center, down, up, side, side, down, up, side, side. If you want to try one set on the toes, good. Come back to center, down, opposite side, and back to center, pulsing. Get nice and low, good, and push back. Good. Deep breath in and out. Good. So we are going to get started with our ab series, boat and ab. We're going to take our balls in between our legs, come down to reclined arm forearms. We have a little bit of core work, some ab lock, some oblique work, and just a little bit of boat work there too. So keep your weights close by. We may use them for a little bit of an oblique work depending on how we feel. So ball is in between the thighs. You are coming down onto your forearms. Squeezing that ball, coming to your tippy toes. So we have up and come to toes. So don't put those feet all the way on the floor, just tap the toes. We are coming and hinging, pulling in with the core. That core should be doing all the work. Do not let your quads take over and pull the legs. Now, just keep the legs in tabletop. Squeeze and do these little lock-ins. So as you're doing this, check in with your core. Make sure you're squeezing and using that core. Take the legs up if you can, just for a few of these little lock-ins. Now, if the legs extended is too much, keep them at tabletop here. You're still getting all of that good squeezing. Squeezing those lock-ins. Good, now let's take the legs 1, 2 to the side, up, up. 1, 2, up, up. Legs can be in tabletop or fully extended. Squeezing to the side. One more set to this side. All the way up. Opposite side, all the way up. Squeezing up, up. Good. Or tabletop. It's all about small movements. Squeezing your core. Good. Good. Legs are coming down. You are going to come up with your legs, but make sure that you don't come up too high where you're here. Really pull that back as long as you can without being on the floor. Arms can be behind the knees. This is a hold, or they can be straight out in front of you. Holding. You can put the hand on the abs to make sure you're engaging. Squeezing, 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 squeezing. Holding. Now, if you were just tuning in, it looks like we're just sitting here. But if you are sitting here and you are engaged with your abs, it is much more difficult than it looks. This is all just a nice hold. If you feel like it's too easy because you're sitting up here, pull that back down. Now, up and down. Again, small lock-ins, squeezing. Good. Good. Now you want to think again. It's like a string coming from your abs and pulling you up. Very small movement. Arms are straight in front of you or behind the knees. And hold. Hold, squeezing. And again, if this is too easy, recline yourself more so you really feel it. Squeezing. And pulling yourself up. So, grab a weight. If you don't have a weight, not a big deal. If you don't have a weight, you can use straight prayer hands, we like to call them, straight in front of you, palm to palm. Legs are bent. If you have a weight, straight out in front of you. oblique twist. Good, getting straight into those obliques, alternating your sides. Good. Good. Now let's take it to the right, squeezing. Staying lifted in your chest. Good. Now opposite side. Keeping those arms nice and long in front of you. Squeezing to the side here. Getting all the way into that oblique. Left side pulses. Good, putting that weight down. We put our balls to the side. Just give ourselves a nice little bit of a boat hold. Arms straight in front of us. Squeezing. Good. Slowly roll yourself down. All the way extended on your mat. Arms are overhead. Give yourself a deep breath in. And out. Good. So we have made it to our mid-class stretch. We're gonna come up to our knees. You can be sitting or you can be standing on the knees. What's really whatever's most comfortable for you. Arms are coming out. Palms are facing to the front here. Pulsing those arms back. Good, you're gonna take one arm, elbow across your body. So far we did our planks, push-up track. We had our bicep tricep, which was great. Shoulder and back, a little bit of boat and ab work, which we will come back to at the end. So a little bit more core and oblique work. Take that elbow straight back. Palms facing away from you this time. Pulsing those arms back, stretching out triceps here and your back. Good. And as we come back out of this stretch, we're going right into our thigh track. And then we have a stretch after our thigh track, because you know our thigh track's always killer. Take your opposite elbow across. Remember not to bring that arm all the way up to your neck. Try to stretch it directly across your chest. Good. Take that elbow straight back. Now we're going to take our arms out. So we are on all fours. And we are going to pull that spine up to the ceiling. And then arch up, look up. Pulling that spine up and away. And then arching your back and looking up. Just a few of those. Good. Now we're going to push back into downward facing dog. So curl those toes up and under. Pedal those feet out. Good. Good. Now walk those hands up and in towards your feet. Slowly roll yourself up. Good. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls. And we are set for our thigh work. So grab your bars if you have a bar. If you don't have a bar, you can use the back of a chair or anything like that. So the bar is going to be directly in front of you. Let me just pause my music for a second. We are starting in second position. Ooh. Okay, there we go. So, second position, legs are wide, bars in front of you. So we have plie, releve, plie, releve. Now, as you move through this second position, you'll find what's comfortable for you. Some people have a very wide second position. Some people have a little bit more narrow second position. It's whatever going to be comfortable for you to plie down and then also have enough room to releve up onto those toes. My second position is kind of somewhere in the middle. Definitely wouldn't call it a wide second position. I'm not super tall, so it can't be super wide because I wouldn't be able to pull up onto my toes. So we're going to just pulse up on those toes. So again, you want to be high enough on those toes where you're pulling up to the highest point in your releve. So if you need to scooch the legs in just slightly, you can. And I'm going to pull myself back so you can see me. Good. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Good. Now, slowly bringing yourself down. And again, if you have to widen out those legs, you can. Remember, your backs are straight. This is not a squat. Holding, holding. You are still on releve, so your heels are still lifted. Squeezing, pulsing, start pulsing up. Backs are straight. You are still on a releve. Good. Now, heels down and up. Down and up. Good. Squeezing. Now, when you bring your heels down and then come back onto your toes, you want to be coming onto that forced arch of a very high releve. So, tippy toes. Good. Cores are tight. Now, pulse down. You're on releve. You're still on toes. Pulsing down. Good. Squeezing. And heels are down. Walk those feet in to a first position. Heels together, toes apart. Down, up, just like the beginning. Down and up. Good. Plie, releve. Staying nice and lifted in our centers. Now, just squeezing up. Squeeze up onto that releve. Good. Staying nice and lifted and tall. Remember, you want your eyes to be up in front of you. If you look down as you're trying to do this, your whole center of balance will be thrown off. Again, so you're here, stay up in your releve, slowly pulling yourself down, holding. Your backs are still straight. Squeezing. Now, little hip circles. So as you're down in a plied position. Nice and low, circling your hips. Now go to the opposite direction. Squeezing that core. Good. Squeezing core, core, core. Swiveling those hips. Good. Now, pulse down, 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 down. Good. Remember, you're still on those toes. You've been doing a lot of work on the toes. Now, we're going to pulse it up. Squeeze up. It's that mid-range though, so don't come to straight legs yet. Squeezing, squeezing, pulsing it up. Good. Now, I like to move the bars for this. If you need the bar as stationary, you can. We're coming down into squat, pull back, squat, pull back. So if you need your bar, you can keep it. I'm going to move mine. Squat, pull back, squat, kind of like you're beginning. Squat, pulse your leg back. Good. Squeezing. Now, squeeze releve up. Squeeze up, good. So just a regular squat back, pull up, good. Squeezing up onto those toes. Now, if you can, let's add just a little bit of a jump squat here. Nice easy jumps, pulling back into that squat, Now let's stay nice and low. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze on your toes, pulsing that squat down, alternating the feet. Good. Pulse those legs out. Knees are coming out and in on your toes. Almost there. Good. And come down onto flat feet. Awesome job with that thigh track, guys. We are going to come into our thigh stretch before we come into our hip and seat. So come to one edge of the mat. We are going to pull ourselves into a nice long runner's lunge. So I'm going to pull this back just a little bit. Right leg in front, left leg, you can push it all the way to the back. You can take your knee down and up, down and up. Good. Now, if that's too much work, as a working through that stretch, you can just pull that knee down, hold this nice long stretch here. Good. If you want to get a little bit deeper in that stretch, come down onto your elbows. Good. Pushing yourself back, flexing that foot towards you. Good. Now take that right hand and reach it around to your left foot, pulling it up, back and through. Good. Taking that leg back down, pushing that leg up into a little bit more of a parallel stretch here. Knees coming down and up. Good. Awesome. Good. Now step your back foot in and your opposite foot back. Take that knee down and up. Down and up. And again, if that down and up is a little bit too much movement there, you can just leave the knee down. Just make sure you're nice and long in that stretch there. Coming down onto the elbows. Good. Pushing yourself back and through, pulling that heel towards you. As you pull that heel towards you, you should feel this in your calf and in your hamstring as well. Good, coming back down. Take that left hand, pull it around to your right leg, pulling that right leg up towards you, looking back towards it. Good, putting that leg down, pushing up. Legs are coming down and up. Good, pulling that leg up towards you, slowly rolling yourself up. Awesome. So we have made it to our hip and seat track. For hip and seat track, you are going to need your bar and your ball behind your leg. So no weights, just your ball or towel, whatever you have, pillow, whatever it may be, and then your bar or back of your chair. One of my hairs in my face. Okay, so I'm going to restart our music. We have our hip and seat track, track 9 and 10. Okay, awesome. So we will come here. Ooh, this song. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right leg. This is all about your right leg. So whatever leg you choose to do, just make sure you follow that through. I'm doing right. Ball is behind your knee. Your leg is down. Bar's off to the side. Make sure you can see me. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so, whoop, that was not part of the track. You don't need to be hopping around. Okay, Bring that leg up, up to the side. Now, all we're gonna do is lift the knee up. Squeezing it up. It's already in a lifted position and you're lifting it even more. Good. Now, pulse that knee back, 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 straight back. Good. Now, up, back, up, back, up, back, up, back. Good. Up, back, squeezing it. Good. Now just up, pulsing that up again. Squeezing it. Just pulsing it up, just like the beginning. Good. Now, just the back again, pulsing it back. Oh, I'm very close to my table behind me. Gotta lift my leg even higher. Squeezing. Pulsing that leg back. Now combo again. Up, back, squeezing. Up and back, up, back. Just a few more. Up, back, up, and back. Take that ball from behind the knee. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch here. Pull the leg across the body and push that knee back. Just stretching it out just a little bit. I'm gonna actually pull myself up a little bit so I'm not in my table there. Okay, now, you can keep the ball to the side of the leg or you can put it to the side. We have curtsy lunge, leg out. Curtsy leg, lunge out. Good. Good. And if you do keep the ball is just squeezed on that side leg there. I'm flexing my foot as I come out, just getting a little bit of a squeeze in the outer thigh. Now, keeping it up, pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing. Ooh, I'll come this way a little bit. There we go. Point, flex. Good. Little U lifts with the leg, making a U, pointing that foot. Good. Squeezing. Good. Now bring that leg back to that curtsy lunge. This time I'm going to point the leg as I come out to the side here. Trying to get nice and deep into that curtsy lunge. One more here. Good. Now, bars and balls to the side. I'm just going to put mine in between my weights so it doesn't go flying. We are going to come down onto our mats. Now, remember, whatever leg you were just working is still going to continue to work. Arms are folded in front of you. You can put your chins on your palms, pulsing that right leg up. Squeeze it. Now again, you're lying on the floor. This might look like it's easy, but it's all in that back glute muscle. It should all be squeezing from that glutes. Give me those little U's. U's. All the way. Like you're drawing a U on a piece of paper with those pointed, lengthened feet. Good. Back to pulses. Squeeze. If you want an extra little bit of a challenge, you can raise that other leg with it. Float the opposite leg. Continue to pulse just your right, whatever working leg you were doing. It's all about that leg. Squeezing it, squeezing it. Good. And bring it down. Flip yourself around and give yourself just a little bit of a stretch. We like to do that figure four stretch. Pulling that knee away from your body. Just a few counts here. Opposite side, because you know, now that we just did one side, we're gonna come right back up again for our opposite side. So grab those balls and your bar. Whatever side you did not work, now is your working side. Ball behind the knee. Make sure it's tight there. Bring that leg up. Squeezing it up. Good. Bring myself back just a little bit. Don't want to get in the way of the table here. There we go. Squeezing that leg up. Now, like I always say, opposite side is always more difficult because your standing leg is tired. Pulse that leg back, 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 back. Squeezing it back. Here's that combo. Up, back, up, back, up, and back. Squeezing it. Staying nice and long, tall, up, up. Pulling it up again, just like the beginning. Good. Definitely feeling it in our standing leg this time. Good. Pulsing it back. If you have to lower the leg just slightly, that's fine. You're still getting a lot of work. Pulsing it back. Good. Now we're going to do that combo one more time. Up and back, up and back, up and back, up and back. Just a few more. Good. Now take that ball from behind the leg. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch here. Remember, put that leg across your body. Pull that leg away from you. Good. Okay, now we're going to be coming into those curtsy lunges. Again, we don't really need the ball. I'm going to put my ball to the side. Curtsy lunge. I'm going to flex my foot to the side, getting a little bit of a side leg work there. Side thigh. Good, nice and easy. Good. Now, you're going to take that leg to the side, point, flex. Doesn't have to be high. Keep nice and straight in that standing leg. Good. Little U-lifts. Good. Definitely feeling it in that standing leg. Good. I'm just going to turn mine out just a little bit. Helping with your balance. Good. Now, back to curtsy lunge. And now point the foot. Squeeze it down and point. Good. That curtsy lunge feels really good on that standing leg. Good. Okay. Bar to the side. We're going to bring ourselves down. I'll come down this way just so this leg's on the outside. So remember, whatever leg you were just using is the leg that you're going to continue to pulse up. Squeezing just from the glutes. Good. Good. You can rest that chin on your hands. Good. U-lifts. Good. Making that little U shape. Back to pulses. Squeezing up. Really feeling it in that hamstring. Squeezing that glutes. Almost there. Good. You can float that opposite leg. Good. Now both legs are lifted off the mat, but just one leg is doing that pulsing. Your working leg, that left leg. Good. Flip yourself around. Remember, we want to get a little bit of that figure four stretch before we go into our last working track. So take that left leg across. Pull that knee away from your body. Good. Opposite leg. Good. Okay. So we're going to stay down on the mats. I'm going to pause my music just for a second. Okay. So we have our bridge core track to end it. You will just need your balls, and your balls are going to be in between the thighs. You're going to be on your back. So let's start with the balls in between the legs. Okay, so we are here. I'm going to scooch here. All the way on our backs here, nice and long. Legs are here in tabletop. Pulling it up. A little bit of a reverse crunch here. Stay nice and long on the mat with the necks. Squeezing it up, and that little bit of a reverse crunch here. Pulsing it up. Good. Arms are long on the mat. Good. Pulling from that core. Now, legs are straight. Reverse crunch, but with a straight leg. Now again, if the straight leg is too much of an extension, you can keep it in tabletop and still do that reverse crunch here. Just as a little bit of a challenge, we'll do legs up here. Good. Pulling those hips slightly off the mat. Good. Now legs are coming down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Good. That little bit of a 2 count there. Keep those legs in tabletop here. Oblique, alternating arms here. Pulling towards those feet. Good. And now, as an alternative, you can bring the toes down, or you can keep them up in tabletop. Or a little bit of a challenge, keeping them straight up. Whatever's most comfortable for you. Now just right side. Just right oblique crunch here. Squeezing from that right side. Good. Just a few more. Now your left side. Left. Squeezing. I'm going to lift my legs for this one. Squeezing that oblique crunch. Good. Awesome. Legs are coming down. You're going to bring your heels together. So your heels are together. The ball's still in between your legs. You're going to pull up onto your toes. Here's your bridge work. Lift, tuck, squeeze. Pulling that ball or squeezing that ball. You're on releve, so you're on toes. Heels are together. Good. Now little hip swings. Up, up. Alternating hip swing sides. Right, left, right, left. Good. Still on toes. Hips are lifted. Good. Just right side. Right, right, right. Good. Arms are long on the mat. Left side, left. Squeezing. Keep those hips lifted. Good. And hips are coming down. Ball is coming out from the legs. Pull those legs out in front of you. Pull your arms up and overhead, nice and long. We have made it to our final stretch. Bring those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Keep your right leg in, shoot your left leg out. Pull that knee into your chest. Give yourself a Few ankle circles, stretch out that ankle there. Good, you can bring the leg up and down. Pulling it up and down nice and slow. You can walk your hands up and towards the leg. Getting a nice stretch. Good, bring that leg across your body. Bring your arms back and looking back. Good, bring that leg down and bring your opposite knee in. Circle out the ankle. Good, bring that leg up and down, nice and easy. Keep that leg up, walk your hands up towards the leg. Good, bring that leg across your body, shoot your arm away from the leg. Good, bring that leg together. Slowly rolling yourself up. Give yourself a nice stretch up and over. Good, legs are coming in. Bring your arms up and through. Bottoms of the feet are together. Good, coming to a comfortable seated position. Giving yourself a nice deep breath in. And exhale out. One more breath in. And out. Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me for Tuesday morning barre. Just a quick little update. We are still doing outdoor classes and outdoor general fitness hours. So if you go online through any of our social media pages, Facebook or Instagram, you can find links to Eventbrite. And they are outdoor classes that you can register for. We just need a specific amount of people, so we do need you to register. But there are really fun classes, boot camp classes, body pump classes, Grit, which is a new Les Mills class, really, really fun. Did it last night. It was awesome. I'm heading to Fort right now to go do boot camp with Amelia. So any classes that you want to take and you want to bring some friends, we can only have 9 people in a class, so definitely make sure that you register. We'd love to see you there. I'm also doing barre classes live at Fort Avenue on Thursday mornings. So instead of just being virtual, you can come and take a class in person with me on Thursday mornings. I'd love to see you there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you in the club soon. See you later. Have a great day.